I'm Kristen of Cherry Blossom Spirituality, and welcome to another little Kundalini video. This one answering the question, is this work demonic? So there's a lot to unpack here. Some people, and everyone has the right to their own opinions here, these are just mine. Some people believe that any energy work done outside of some kind of sanctioned religious institution with someone that has been trained and ordained in a specific field in this hierarchical structure of an ancient religious organization or also spiritual. Some people believe that if you're not part of that, then it's not pure, it is evil, it just hands down, it's bad stuff, and there's no like direct connection with God or with the ascended masters, and so you are open to demons. Even if you don't mean to, even if you have good intentions, demons are going to flow through the facilitator and into the recipient. I disagree with this. And everyone can think what they want, and organized religion works for a lot of people, and there are real healings that are done in a religious institution and in that structure. So I'm not trying to like knock it or anything like that. I'm just, in my perspective, this is my belief, it's not the only way to connect with God, to connect with yourself, to heal, to awaken the healer within you. We all have a divine spark of the Creator, and my inclination is towards a personal relationship with God, Source, Creator, rather than through an organized religion. That's my thing. So that is what kind of paints my perspective, just so you can understand where I'm coming from. But I'm not trying to say that there can't be, whether it's through a well-meaning person that has a lot of their own unhealed trauma or perhaps ignorance, that they are not really intending clearly what they are doing through prayer and intention. Perhaps there can be some dirty energy, so to speak, that comes through. And then there's also, fraudulent scammer people, or people that are just trying to get power off of others, and they're just working from their own ego, and that can be considered like evil or demonic as well. And so I always say use your discernment whether you're receiving a healing of any kind. And I think this is inside of a religious institution or outside of that. Please use your own discernment and never give your power away to another. Know that you are empowered with whatever it is that you are wanting to achieve and receive, okay? And you have the divine spark within you, to not be dependent on another, and you are also able to say no to anything that is not serving your best and highest good. And I understand if you're like, in a cult, you may not feel safe to say no, but I'm hoping if that is the case, that you can take the steps to create safety to then say no and get out and do what is best for you. So has energy work, healing work, been misused in history for evil? Yes. Has it been intentional? Sometimes. Has it been unintentional? Sometimes. So I'm not going to say like everything is all always sunshine and rainbows and that demons don't exist, because I believe that these low vibrational beings do exist. And instead of this dichotomy of looking at everything in this dualistic polarity of good and evil, it is more love and fear. And a lot of what we consider evil actions are rooted from an emotional state of fear, which is very low vibrational, very dense. And love is very high, right? More connected to the divine spark within us, to the light and love of God, Source, Creator. And so I always advise people to choose the best you can from love instead of fear. And fear in terms of protecting our physical bodies and our physical life here on earth is it's a human thing. It's not like terrible. It preserves our lives. It's a healthy part of the ego, but there's something to be said about unconsciously allowing that to be in the driver's seat your whole life. It can actually just create a lot of cycles of this feedback loop of like the karma in our life of not learning the lesson of not benefiting from operating in a fear state all the time, the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn responses that we have as humans. So trying to create safety and regulate our nervous system so we can then decide from love. And this is all relevant to this discussion because a lot of people that I've seen say that like Kundalini work, Kundalini activation work, Kundalini transmissions, this kind of work, whatever words you want to use to call it, that this is demonic. Some say it's demonic because it originates in the East. So it's not from the Abrahamic religions. Some say it's demonic because you're moving your body, and that's not shaking out and releasing and purging trapped emotions. No, that's demons entering a body. And anyone that doesn't know what's going on and just assumes that's the case because they've never seen energy work cause someone to move and release energy, I understand that it's odd and perhaps invokes like this sense of confusion or fear of the unknown, which is I think what a lot of this is. But it doesn't, it's important to keep an open mind, because if you just say this is what this is without any proof and you start spreading this message about that's what that is, then you're depriving yourself of further understanding what is the truth about it and what's actually going on, and others. So it's, I think, healthy to keep an objective lens about any kind of energy work, and then discerning for yourself intuitively, logically, and emotionally. Does this feel safe, look safe? Does this seem like something my soul is calling me to benefit me for my best and highest good? Is this a motivation of love or fear? All of these questions, because a lot of people will look at people's bodies moving and then they have their fear-based response in their body and then they say that's bad. When all these ascended masters, Yeshua included, were trying to help us to understand the divine spark within us and that we have the ability to heal ourselves and others, and they're trying to be way showers and show us the way, that it doesn't have to be sanctioned and ordained and all of this stuff and this hierarchy of this old ancient structure, in my opinion, because I think they were trying to say this is the future of humanity, this is ascension, this is the evolution of human beings on this planet, is to begin to tap into the divine spark within us and those co-creative powers with the divine. Anyway, I'm backing up here. Just because someone's body is moving, why is that evil? Why is it evil to move your body if God created your body? It doesn't make sense to me. And releasing trapped emotions and trauma through a physiological response, which doesn't always happen in Kundalini work, but sometimes it does. That's a real phenomenon, and is very, very helpful for people, very therapeutic, very healing. So I encourage anyone that's kind of freaked out by it to research this stuff, because it is real. When you're triggered and you're healing the core wound of a trigger from your inner child or whatever it may be, there can be a physiological response here. And that doesn't mean that the work that you're doing, whether it's breath work or whatever kind of work, healing work, is evil. Even you can see videos of people being healed through religious means, and their body is also shaking out stuff. So I don't believe that, I don't understand why people would just assume it's demonic. There's no basis for that. Also, people think that moving your body and just like yoga, there's a whole thing when I got certified to be a yoga instructor, and I was from the Bible Belt, in Missouri, in the US, and some people were even iffy about yoga, and I did yoga at a church, and there are like Christian yoga enthusiasts and classes and stuff, but there's also a bit of like a side eye from some people of yoga poses are opening up you to have demons enter your body. I'm sorry, I don't see the correlation. Moving your body and a lot of yoga, they are natural movements that I believe when the Kundalini was flowing in these ancient people, they recorded these certain poses and movements, and they became some of the like popular yoga flows and postures and stuff. But I'm not trying to say that that was all of it, but I believe that was part of the inspiration. But also it's like, if your body is the temple of the spirit, why is it bad to move your body, to stretch your body, to work out your body? Because in the West, yoga has become a lot of asanas, a lot of the physical postures, but that's, if you look at the philosophy of yoga and the different types of yoga, it's way beyond that. There's way more. But it doesn't mean you have to be Hindu. It's some are more steeped in that. There's different types, of course, but it's not what am I trying to say, exclusive in that way. And if you're that scared of demons entering your body anytime you move your body, then that's fear-based response. You're scared of your own body. You don't trust your own body, and that's sad. I think that's a whole journey to heal there. Being scared of demons attacking you all the time, or being sent demons through healers, well-meaning or not well-meaning. That's that mindset and that belief can, if you believe in a law of attraction-based universe like I do, that will manifest exactly what you don't want, because the universe doesn't hear no, it just hears whatever it is that you're focusing on. You're saying, I don't want to be attacked by demons, then the universe is hearing demons and you're attracting that to you. And then if you're in a fear-based state that's very low frequency, low vibrational, you're attracting that stuff. So now I'm getting to the deeper layers here of how does demonic possession and these sorts of things even happen? So we have the whole divine spark within us, and then as humans we experience a lot of darkness. So like we can't really, every person has a trauma of some sort, right? So we have these disowned, disassociated, fractalized parts of ourselves, usually in the subconscious, until we're able to bring them up in our awareness and heal them through different ways, and or just naturally going through life. And if you experience these, or if it's in your soul's blueprint, your soul, higher self said, I want to come here to experience this, then that's part of it as well. But you can honestly manifest demonic experiences or low vibrational entities attaching to you, etc., if you don't heal these unintegrated parts of yourself, and they're just sitting there in your energy body or in your mental, physical, emotional, or etheric bodies, right? They're just sitting there in this low frequency, usually, in some kind of fear-based state, which I'm not trying to demonize this. I'm not trying to, what am I trying to say? Say that all negative emotions are bad. I'm just saying when they're trapped in you, or there's like these very limiting beliefs that you've soaked up, or disempowerment you've soaked up through trauma in your life and you haven't dealt with it, then there's this low frequency that's still staying within you. So it's important to allow it to flow, right? To feel is to heal. And if you don't, then it'll sit there, and it can attract like frequency because of law of attraction. And so it'll attract other low vibrational stuff, experiences in your life, people in your life, and entities that are in other dimensional planes that we can't see with the physical eye. And if you're not energy sensitive, you may not understand what is going on. And if you are, then you might have paranormal experiences with these. Or if they're strong enough entities, you don't even have to be psychic or intuitive or energetically sensitive, but they can make themselves known if they really want to make themselves known. So there are other beings that exist. There's light and dark. There's different dimensional planes, and there's different frequencies of beings that reside on these different dimensional planes. And it's up to us to be conscious and empowered to go through life feeling things authentically in the moment, but then also balancing that with a conscious choice of where we would like to have our frequency for the most part. I'm not trying to say not to react at all to anything in life, because we're human, we need to. But there's something here about your main frequency, consciously choosing it as much as you can really benefit your life. And if we're not, then we're tending to be programmed by whatever is in our external environment around us. And there are a lot of low frequencies that can program us, and we can just be in this negative low frequency state of mind or emotional state, etc., without realizing it. So there's something to be said about consciously healing and choosing, your state of mind, your beliefs, your mood, that can benefit you to keep you from not being a match to these sorts of things like demons. So people that do healing work like me have usually encountered demonic beings or dark entities because we can literally feel and see them with our mind's eye. And we can work with ascended masters or angels, God source creator. You don't have to have other beings like spirit guides and whatnot, but you can. We all have that divine spark of the power of God within us that we can use to command that these beings leave now. And typically, in my experience as a psychic, doing this work professionally for about a decade now, people that have demonic attachments and things that are in their energy fields, it's a reflection of their own demon. Basically, like, a demon couldn't even attach if they didn't have their own low frequency demons within that were unhealed, right? And these shadow parts of ourselves usually reside in the subconscious. We're not fully aware of them, and we're taught in a lot of religious beliefs and just in the world in general, light, dark, good, bad, holy, evil, all these different sorts of polarization. And so any parts of ourselves that we have deemed bad, we stuff usually, and then unhealed, they can grow into our own demon, and then they can attract outside demons. So no matter what, it's about healing oneself in addition to releasing the entity. So there's always some kind of internal work to be done with the client as well, because they could be in a very paranoid, fearful state and then attract something that wants to feed off of them. Or it could be so many different examples. But that's how it works. That's how demons even work. So even if someone was trying to channel a demon into somebody, if you're not a frequency match, it's not going to attach to you. It's not going to go in your body. Because it's all based on frequency, attraction, and alignment. So the key with the shadow and healing our own inner demons, so we don't have these outside demons to worry about as well, it's to understand the value of these shadow parts of oneself, which are usually protectors, honestly. You could say that you did grow up in a cult and people were just telling you what to do all the time, and you had this rebellious, angry part of yourself that wanted to fight back and say no, but then the leaders of the cult said anger is evil. Then you probably demonized that part of you that would feel that emotion and created the belief that part of you was bad and stuffed that part, right? And it just stays wounded until it comes up to be healed. And that's what I'm trying to say, is that these own darker parts of oneself usually misunderstood, and is trying to find, where is the value here? How was this part trying to help me even though they couldn't help me at the time? And then integrating that with love back into yourself, because the answer is always love. And that's why a lot of people, when they have these like creepy paranormal experiences with demons and whatnot, the best way to handle it in the moment is to pray and to use that power of God within you to command that being to leave now. And then love yourself and love the own darkness within of whatever it was that attracted that experience to you and manifested that to bring something to your conscious awareness here, right? So you don't have to be a doormat to use love to heal. And even some demons, right? They're just trying to get love. They're trying to get attention, right? But it doesn't mean you have to be something for them to be a vampire and feed off of. You have the autonomy of your own energy field to say no. But there's a reason why you're experiencing it in your life, and it's worth looking into and asking why and healing whatever that match was vibrationally within you. That is how you're going to ensure it doesn't happen again, an unwanted experience with a dark entity, etc. So the work that I'm doing is the opposite of demonic. It is working on clearing and transmuting these lower frequencies so that you can vibrate higher, and you literally are not a vibrational match to any of these demonic things that people are trying to say that you are. You can be in a religious institution or completely outside of a religious institution and experience demons or no demons. I don't think that determines your experience. It is the frequency match within you. I know we went to some deeper layers here, but I'm going to wrap it up by saying that even if some practitioners of this kind of work, the Kundalini work, are not mindfully or ethically or lovingly doing their work, and could have darker entities they're working with, it's up to you to discern for yourself, is this a healer I trust? Do I feel that they are healing themselves, that they have a clear channel with God, Source, Creator, that they are of integrity and authenticity, that they're doing this to truly assist others? So take your time getting your answers so that you feel confident if you're going to receive this kind of work, or any kind of work, you know? And me included, with a lot of other ones that I know, we're really personally helped by this work, and it is the opposite of demonic in my experience, and has truly assisted me, and I want to pay it forward. I want to assist others to grow spiritually and heal in an enjoyable, safe, and very beneficial, transformative way. And this work does that. And I really love this work. I really do love Kundalini transmissions. I do, from the bottom of my heart. And I felt a deep soul calling for it. And my opinion is this belief is definitely not, or this work is definitely not evil. That is my belief. But each person is entitled to their own opinion. And I also want to end it by saying, not every healing modality, just like not every religious or spiritual belief, is for everybody. And that's okay. So I encourage you to choose what is safe for you and is on your path, that is calling to you. And I hope that explained a little bit about demons and that whole thing in general. But yeah, I think it's ridiculous to just assume that because someone's moving in an energy healing that they are working with demons or having demons put in. That's ridiculous in my opinion, and completely false, and a way for religious institutions to create fear of anything outside of their power, their control of the people. It's just my belief. Thanks all.